Go.
Drinking under the age, right or wrong. Alright, so today we are talking about the law of drinking under the age of 21. A few things first that everybody should know. The drinking age currently is 21. The act that placed this law is National Minimum Drinking Age Act, passed in 1984, MLDA 21 for short. Alright, so currently it is the age of 21, and it is strictly the age of 21. You can't drink like have somebody else buy it for you. Like, you can't be 18, even though 18 is the legal age of adulthood and everything like that. It is strictly 21. I did some research on it, and it said something about there are some states that allow children that is accompanied by a parent, at least one parent. The parent bought the alcohol for the child and will give the child the alcohol with a meal, like wine, beer, something like that. But I only found a couple things on that, so I'm not sure if that is completely true or not. Going forth with the facts, lowering MLDA would reduce the number of underage people hurt in accidents, traffic deaths. In the U.S., 31% of traffic deaths involve alcohol. The big topic of drinking alcohol when you are 18 is, well, I can serve for the military, I can smoke cigarettes, but I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. The big thing on drinking when 18, your brain hasn't fully developed. And like, drinking when you're 21, your brain still isn't fully developed. Your brain fully develops around like the age of 25-ish. So it's like when you're a little older, but that's adding more years on to damaging your brain with alcohol. Not to mention, there are a lot of 18-year-olds in schools. 18-year-olds are a lot less mature than 21-year-olds. A lot less mature. I have seen a lot of 18-year-olds that have no idea what they're doing and have done very, very ridiculous things, and adding alcohol to that could probably make things worse. Yes. Adding more years onto drinking could increase addiction, risk-taking behavior, memory loss, depression, violence, and suicide. So that's something to think about. It would also mean a greater number of the population being in unsafe places, such as bars and nightclubs. So, yes, you might be an adult, but it also means that there are younger people possibly getting into fights, possibly getting killed at bars, because bar fights can be very rowdy if it comes down to it. The MLDA 21 is actually not a right for 3 different reasons, and I'm going to be reading off my paper right here so I don't mix them up. Reason 1, drinking is not a fundamental right guaranteed by the Constitution. 2, the age is not a criteria for discrimination like race or ethnicity. And 3, using the drinking age to prevent highway crashes shown in scientific evidence. So, drinking is not a right. just another thing to think about. I mean, like, of course, all of this is something to think about and take into consideration of, you might be an adult, but is it really safe for you to consume alcohol at 18 or not? as I said before, lowering it would give more access to high schoolers and even maybe middle schoolers, because high schoolers would be like, oh yeah, maybe I can make some friends by giving them alcohol. Well, that friend could be a middle schooler, or possibly could be sitting on a desk at school, and maybe some smaller kids are joining the class that day or something, and a smaller kid thinks it's water or something, and they don't know exactly. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen if alcohol were would be able to be consumed by 18-year-olds. And of course, in a school setting, the alcohol would not be allowed, even if it was a law. But there's nothing that says that an 18-year-old could drink right before they come to school and come drunk. So that wouldn't be well. "18-year-olds would be more suitable to binge drinking." Nope, cut that first part. 18-year-olds would be more susceptible to binge drinking and risky sexual activity and or irresponsible behavior. So it's basically the same thing over and over again with the entire, some of them are not mature, bad things could happen, it can put younger children that aren't 18 at risk as well, and nobody wants their middle schoolers to be drinking alcohol in school, or possibly even a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old. Like, alcohol does a lot of bad things to the body and mind. When you're under the influence, it makes you do more irresponsible things. So the safest bet is to just wait until you're 21 and just don't be irresponsible, and have responsibility for what you do if you do something illegal. Don't be like, oh, well, Jimmy over here, Jimmy made me do it, because nobody wants that. Alright, well, that was the video for today about lowering the MLDA. Yeah, the MLDA. Thank you for watching. Bye!